Good morning, good morning. Today is Saturday, June 15th, 2024. I am back with another episode, sitting here looking at the squirrels run around. Thank y'all for tuning in as usual. I hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend so far. It is scorching hot out there, and I'm in here talking to y'all. I'm just waking up, about to decide what I'm going to do for this Father's Day weekend. Going to get my old school washed up and come back and lay down again. It is too hot out there to be doing anything. So, once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Let me get the fog out of my brain. This is an email topic from bigward@myyahoo.com. Oh, before I go any further, tune in for the live tonight. That's it. 7:30 Central Time. This is an email topic from bigward@myyahoo.com. Send your topics, questions, what have you, and I will get to you. I don't do emails every video. So I take them in the order that I receive them. And if I haven't gotten to you yet, I will. Just be patient. Hold on, y'all. Control the lights. I got my little remote control light thing. Watch this. Look at that. Y'all see that? I feel like a kid in a candy store. Nah. Bring the sun back up. All right. There we go. So bigwater@myyahoo.com is the email address. And this email topic is, it says, "Good morning, Big Ward. As I was watching your video this morning, which was June 13th, which was Thursday, I was wondering, what do you think about praying for better days and times? Considering the time," I know that's the end of the email, but I guess considering the times that we all know that we're living in, and that, it's a constant struggle, it seems at times, right? And we were taught, I know I was as a child growing up or whatever, by religious people, church, what have you. Pray. God gonna fix it. God gonna do this. God gonna do that, right? So pray about it. Pray. And things gonna change, whatever. Prayer changes things. This ain't gonna sit well with the religious crew, what I'm about to say. So if you one of them religious people that don't have thick skin, and you can't stand for your religious beliefs to be challenged, exit this video right now, because I don't want to lose you. Don't watch this video, because you're going to say, "Big Ward, I'm out. I'm unsubscribing, Big Ward." I don't want to hear it. So I'm warning you religious people who don't have thick skin, and you're shaky on your beliefs, and you can't stand for somebody to challenge what you believe. Leave now, because I don't want to lose you as a subscriber. But if I have to lose you, peace. I'm unsubscribing, Big Ward. All I ask is just don't tell me I'm unsubscribing. Just go and do it. Now, my view is people's unrealistic idea or view or understanding of prayer has caused many an atheist to be created. Let me repeat that. People having the wrong idea of what prayer is, what it's supposed to do, how it works, what God does, what God doesn't do. A lot of us being taught wrong has created many atheists. non-believers, people that were once believers that are not believers anymore because what they were taught about prayer and God and what they expected that didn't happen. Example, people have prayed for certain things to happen and it didn't happen. But they were told if they pray and believe, it's going to happen. Just pray. God got it. Just pray. That's all you got to do. So people walking around here thinking that if they pray to God, their circumstance will change. Like rubbing a genie. Make 3 wishes. What do I think about prayer? Praying for better days and times? We've been praying for better days and times. How's that work so far? Every incident, every school shooting, every hurricane, any disaster, anything, whatever. Our thoughts and prayers is what you hear. Until the next time when some shit happen again. Then here we go again. Our thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers don't change a damn thing. The saying prayer changes things is a lie. It's not true. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying God ain't real. I ain't saying God don't do nothing. I'm saying what we've been taught about prayer, false teaching. I'm not a religious scholar, not a pastor, bishop, deacon, rabbi, imam, whatever you call them folk. I ain't none of that. I'm just a person that has lived and experienced and have done those things to see that it don't work, and I have done some things to see what does work. Y'all probably heard this story before, right? If you haven't, you're gonna hear it now. It's just a story. There was a big storm, and it started flooding. And the man was on top of the house, right? He climbed up on top of the house to get away from the flood, but the water was still rising. So he decided to pray to God to send him for some help. God, get me out of here. Save me, God. I'm about to drown. The water's still rising. He didn't hear God say nothing. But a little while later, a guy come by in a boat. Say, hey, get on the boat, man. The water raising. Get on the boat. Let's get out of here. And he was like, no, I'm gonna wait on God. I pray to God. God gonna save me. So the man rode off. A little while later, the water started rising. Another boat come through. Hey man, get on the boat. The water rising. You ain't gonna be able to stay up there for much longer. He said, no, I'm gonna wait on God. I prayed to God. God gonna save me. So that guy rode off. The water was all up to the man's waist. Another boat come by. Man, get in the boat, man. You ain't gonna, you about to drown, bro. No, man, my faith is in God. I trust God. God has never let me down, blah, blah, blah. I'm waiting on God. So he rode off. A little while later, the man drowned. Go see God. God, why you ain't saved me? I was praying to you to save me. God said, I sent the 3 people by to rescue you. You ain't get in the boat. So basically, the meaning of that story is faith without works is dead. Sitting around praying for stuff ain't gonna change a damn thing. How many times I remember when Hurricane Katrina hit. Pastor was praying that it'll turn and go the other way. How many times have y'all seen pastors in your city and town where a hurricane or something coming and they pray for it to turn and go the other way, and that something hit y'all dead on? Pow! Tear up everything. Was that prayer answered? Is God not real? Because the hurricane smack dab into the center of your town, even though y'all around here praying, whatever y'all be, when y'all really be getting down with y'all prayer, it don't nothing happen. How many times have you prayed for someone that's sick in your family to be healed and they die anyway? How many times have you prayed for a job and nothing came through. Prayed to get the money for your bills and the lights get cut off anyway. And you blame God for that. Because you was taught that prayer changes things. But Big Ward's gonna teach you something different. You can listen or you can unsubscribe, do whatever you want to do, speak in tongues, shout, get filled with the Holy Ghost, do whatever you want to do. But this is the real. I ain't blowing no smoke up your ass. God is real. When you pray, praying ain't just for asking for shit. Like God is some type of genie. Do this, God, do that, God, and God just poof, poof, poof. God just throwing out magic. God works through people, even you. You cannot ask God for a job and then go lay that down in the bed and wait for a job to come knock on your door. You cannot ask God to put an end to all this crime out here, but we got these crooked politicians that we keep voting for that don't do nothing about the criminal justice system. They target a group of people that ain't did nothing and overlook the people that did. For whatever reason, you know what I mean? Just different reasons. We're praying for better days, but yet electing people that will send help somewhere else while we need help right here. What God supposed to do about that? A lot of times God be telling, see, what happens is, I used to do that same thing, right? Pray and sit around and wait. Even though I'm hearing the voice say, go do this, go do that. God will tell you what to do to change the situation. God ain't coming to change a damn thing. He does for you what you can't do for yourself. But what you can do, all God would do is make a way. But he ain't gonna make you do it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So God, these prayers and praying for better time, better days, just sitting around praying ain't gonna change a damn thing. When has it ever? Because we ain't doing that. Prayer takes action. Prayer is just asking God for direction. What should I do? Now you got to be open to listen and then do what God tells you to do. We have a tendency of sitting around waiting on God to do it. And then when it don't get done, God ain't real. God is fake. There's no such thing as God. See, remember that I prayed for such and such, I prayed for this, and it didn't happen. Because you ain't do shit. You might be one of the best people in the world. Pray all day long and be broke as hell. Then you see somebody who ain't no good. You know he ain't no good. Low down, dirty dog. Be rich as hell, living good life. You know why? They ain't sitting around praying. They sitting around doing. You just sitting around praying, but you ain't doing nothing. The person that don't even believe in God doing better than you because they are doing. God has principles to success, guidelines, rules, and he don't care who follow those rules. Whoever follow those rules gonna reap the benefits, even a person that don't believe in God. There are people that are following God's rules that don't even believe in God. But they still doing the rules that God set in place, and that's why they successful. In other words, working hard. Taking action. Faith without works is dead. People believed in a dream that they had and then they pursued the dream. They didn't just sit around and pray. They actually went out and did something. While you, on the other hand, the Christian, have you noticed how broke a lot of Christians are? And then you got people out here that don't even believe in God doing better than the Christian. It ain't called persecution, trial and tribulation. You know, you're going to be tried and, people of God, they go through harder times and people, the devil be on. No. A lot of you Christians out here waiting on God and Jesus to come do something for you he ain't finna do. Because he wants you got to do it for yourself. God gives me strength. God gives me encouragement. God gives me enlightenment on what to do. I got to do it. What good is to pray for better days and then God give us the answer on what to do and we don't do it? You pray for better days all you want. I ain't telling you what to do, what not to do. Pray all you want to. But until you get up off your ass and do something about what you're praying for, ain't nothing gonna happen. When you don't listen to the answer God gave you, and you might not like the answer, a lot of times God tell us what to do, I don't want to do that. That wasn't God. God wouldn't have told me that. Cause it ain't something you want to do. Somebody God might be telling to leave their area for a better job, but you don't want to leave your family. My family, my mama here, my sister here, my brother, all my family here. I can't leave. And you praying for God, I need a better job. I can't make it up with them. You know what I'm saying? I got this college degree. I can't get a job. What can I do? Lord, help me. I'm praying. And you still unemployed. And a voice inside of you saying, move out of town. You got to go somewhere else. You're like, nah, I ain't going to do that. I ain't gonna, my family here. So you think it's just you talking to you. I ain't going to do that. That was God telling you, get your ass out of town. Go where the jobs are. You got to do something. But no, you just want to pray. After a while, that prayer go on and on and on unanswered in your mind till you get to a point where you start doubting God and God ain't real. He fake, that church mess. You got Christians out here broker than people that don't believe in God. Because the people that don't believe in God take more action because they don't think of God coming to save them. So they actually know, they feel, even though it's God directing them, because God loves all his kids, even a non-believer is a child of God. Whether you, I don't care what your religious folk believe. God take care of all his kids. But he ain't coming down handing nobody nothing. He don't care who you is. It's hard, but it's fair. God ain't giving nobody nothing. But he'll tell you what to do. If I tell you the gold over there, the silver over there, the diamonds over there, why you want me to bring it to you? Go over there and get it. I just told you where it was. But you ain't listening. You tune out the answer because that would mean you got to do something. You don't want to do nothing. So you tune out when God tell you what to do because you don't want to hear what to do because you want somebody else outside of you to do it. So praying for better days ain't going to do a damn thing like it ain't never done nothing. The days are getting worse and people praying all day, every day, right now for better days. Is it working? No. Is God fake? No. Is God real? Yes. So why is the praying for better days not working? Because we're not working. We're not doing it to make it better. We're expecting God to do for us what we're supposed to do. It ain't never worked like that. Whatever God always handles his business, or her business, or its business. Whatever God is supposed to do, God gonna do. But God ain't gonna do what you supposed to do. God ain't gonna do what I'm supposed to do. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, it ain't happening. We both have a responsibility in the relationship, this man-God relationship. I got a responsibility in the relationship. God got a responsibility in the relationship. God always handles his part of the deal. We don't. God never failed in what he's supposed to do. We do. And then we'll blame God. You know that thing we say about women, they don't hold themselves accountable. Mankind don't hold himself accountable for the condition that the world is in. We blame God. The devil. We don't blame ourselves. We don't blame ourselves for the laws that allow a man to molest a child and get right back out. But you're praying for better days. But he get right back out. Because you elected some guy or some woman who don't see, hey, cause deep down inside, they like that too. But you don't know it. That's why they let them out so easy. Somebody molest a child 100 years. If Big War was running things, 100 years. I bet you they'll stop then. You won't hear about no kids getting molested then. 100 years. No solitaire. Put them right in there with population and let them boys tear that booty up. Because that will happen to you when you go to prison for messing with kids. That'll stop it. Everybody gets caught for that right there. 100 years, no parole. You'd never get on the street again. You'd never be around a kid again. But no, we ain't gonna do that. No, big boy, that's cruel. Stop praying for better days then. If you ain't willing to do what it takes to have better days. These little young boys out here with all that shoot 'em up, bang, bang, 100 years. If they're too young, they don't know no better. They'll know better after that. The ones coming behind them will know. Boy, you heard about Pookie? They gave Pookie 100 years, he ain't never getting out. Even the dumbest will start thinking twice then. But they know that ain't gonna happen. What good is praying for better days gonna do? When we ain't doing nothing. Everything we going through right now, we can stop it. We can change it, but we ain't. We'd just rather pray about it and then get pissed off at God when it don't happen. We sitting around here praying for hurricanes to go the other way. We around here trying to catch the Holy Ghost. To go to heaven when we die. That's what we want. That's what we doing. Well, not me, I'm just saying. Church folk and what have you. Y'all, they around here trying to get to heaven. While life screwed up right here because we ain't doing what we supposed to be. We ain't good stewards over what God gave us here. Too busy trying to get to heaven, overlooking where we at right now. Hey, but I'm just a big ward on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a genius. Nothing else. No more, no less. Just a genius. So y'all can do all the praying for better days. Big Ward gonna get out and try to make something happen with the guidance that God given me. I ain't sitting around them because I've done that. Remember I told y'all I hated God? There were times I ain't believe in God. I went from hating him to not believing him one day, depending on what day it was. One day I hate him, one day I don't believe. Next day I hate him, one day I don't believe. Depending on how I felt that day. It was all based on me praying for a better life, better days, better times, but wasn't willing to do nothing myself. I was waiting on God to do it, and when God ain't do it all, when God was telling me what to do and I ignored it, I ain't finna do that, I ain't doing this, I ain't no, work 2 jobs. Huh? Ooh, I need time to spend time with my family. Been telling me work 2 jobs, go here, work this, do that. When you get off that job, go to this job, go learn how to do this, take up this, do that. No, that's too much. That's too hard on me. I ain't gonna have time to get a rest. So therefore, I ignored God. Did what I wanted to do, which was nothing. Take it easy. Because I ain't trying to do whatever answer that was, I don't want that answer. A lot of times we pray and don't want the answer we receive, so we ignore it. So pray till you can't pray no more. If you ain't gonna do nothing, you're gonna be in the same boat you was in when you started praying. Skint up. But it ain't God's fault. As I said earlier, there are people that don't believe in God doing better than Christians. The Christians won't take accountability for they don't listen to God. They'll say it's called the devil blessing. It's the Illuminati. It's the devil blessing the dude that don't believe in God. When in reality, the set of rules that God set out here applies to everybody. Whoever follow the rules, it ain't got nothing to do with what you believe. It ain't got nothing to do with your faith and what religion and your prayer and all that type stuff. It's about, here go the rules. Anyone that follows these rules will reap the benefits that come along with following these rules. The Christian ain't doing it. The non-believer is. Work hard. A lot of Christians sitting back, ain't doing nothing, praying, waiting. I was one of them. So to answer your question, in a nutshell, no, I don't think praying for better days and times will work if we don't do nothing to make the days and times better. If we don't do nothing, nothing will be done. When God wakes you up in the morning, when He allows us to rise each day, we have everything we need to do what needs to be done, to change the life that we live in and to change the world. One person at a time with you. But we don't do that because God's supposed to do it. Whatever y'all be doing. And go home and your lights off. Because you ain't worked hard enough, long enough to get the money up to pay your bill. Because you were tired. And you've been praying. And God gonna fix it. God gonna make a way somehow. Yeah. The problem is, when He make the way, you gotta go do it. What to do when God give you an answer that you don't like? Now what? When you pray, a lot of times, your answer ain't what you want to hear. So when it ain't what we want to hear, I'm speaking for me, I ain't doing that. Therefore, me not doing that, I got no results. When I ain't getting no results, I blame God. Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.